When you first install PeopleUpdate, you get a set of tabs and searchable pages. We're going to do a sample search here. We look for a user named Steve. We see all the matching results. Again, in your environment, you're going to see different sets of results. As I drill down, notice we've got search to summary to details. So I'm getting more specific on my information and showing more information. I also see that I see where Steve is in the organization. This is based on the manager relationship. In addition, I have this edit button out of the box. The edit button allows me to edit Steve's work phone by default. And that actually exists because we set up the default configuration to allow that. In a minute, I will show you how you can change that. Okay, let's take a look at another tab, the My Info tab. This is where you can let your users manage their own information. When I go to My Info, I immediately see the information about me, the demo IT user. I can also go and edit my information, very similar to what we did on the All Users tab. However, I can actually edit my work phone and my mobile phone in this scenario. Again, we're going to look at how you set that up. If I go back to my detailed results and click on another user like the demo end user, you'll notice I don't see an edit button. This is because we've configured the security on the My Info tab to only allow me to edit my own information, as we saw mobile and work phone. Again, we'll look at that in just a minute. The reports tabs are very interesting. These are useful reports for IT, admins in particular, and engineers. Basically, the reports are canned LDAP queries. You can see here on the user reports tab that I see information about different types of accounts in my environment. These are called task items, and as I click around, it shows me the results from my environment so that I can see which accounts are disabled, which accounts are locked out, have never logged in, etc. By a similar fashion, we have group reports and computer reports. You will probably want to hide these tabs from your regular end users, and we're going to show you how to do that. Let's get on to the administrative side of this. The PeopleUpdate administration console allows you to configure all of the security that you need to set up the previous scenario. We'll start by looking at the tabs. The tabs have access control list, which allow you to designate which groups can access which tabs. As you can see at this point on my user reports, group reports, and computer reports tabs, I have a blank access control list. We can set it up so that the access control list only allows our IT people to access it. We'll do that in a minute. The other thing that we can configure is for attributes so that you can determine which fields attributes are editable by which users. We're going to use the same access control list we use for tabs to do that. On the security configuration page, you can configure the groups in your environment that can use for ACLs. What I've done here is I have a couple of different groups that I've added, my IT and HR user groups. You can easily add them by typing in your group name and clicking Add Group. Then I can create access control lists that use these groups. For example, I have an IT ACL that uses my demo IT user group. Let's create an HR ACL really quickly. All I do is add the access control list. Then I just go, edit it, select a group from the drop down that appears, and I have created my ACL that I can use for managing tab visibility and attribute editability. You can add multiple groups to an ACL. Now that we've got our groups added and we've got our access control list set up, let's take a look at how this works when we apply it. If I go to the tabs, I can set up an access control list for my user reports tab. That will restrict visibility. I'm going to apply the HR ACL because I am actually not a member of that, and I want to show you the behavior. So again, we applied HR to the user reports tab. When I go to the user reports tab, notice I've refreshed and there are no user reports showing. Again, it's because I'm not a member of the group in that ACL. In a similar fashion, on the attributes page for my all users tab, we have initially applied an access control list of everyone edit. This allows anyone to edit anyone else's information. You will want to change this. To make the change, just click edit and then come in and apply a different ACL. And for this example, I apply IT. I also applied the IT ACL to the email address. As you can see on the edit page, I can edit both of these attributes now.